Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a huge Sephora haul. I have been purchasing so much new products, so many launches that have come out lately. It's always that time of year when things just start to come at us, and I've been so excited for all these releases. Plus, I actually went in store this past month to check out a bunch of these products, so it was so nice to actually see things in person. I was able to pick up some products that were out of stock online as well, and it was just such a nice experience that I don't often have because Sephora is nowhere close to me. We have so much stuff here, so I'm going to stop rambling. I'm in my Sephora sweater. I feel like I look like a Sephora bag. I just got this from Winners. So I thought it was fitting for this video. It's the time of foundation, apparently. Everyone is coming out with foundation right now, and that's probably been my #1 requested thing from you guys, is to let you know my thoughts on some of the new foundation releases. So I did pick this up to let you guys know my opinions. There's some mixed things out there about these, and I wanted to give my thoughts on them. So the first one I picked up is the new one from Patrick Ta, which I was reluctant to because of the price tag. I think this was $81 in Canada, which is outrageous. Anyways, it's called the Patrick Ta Major Skin Hydrolux Luminous Skin Perfecting Foundation. I got the shade 13 Olive, which is a beautiful match for my skin. Right now I'm not properly matched with what I'm wearing, but I'll get there. So this one, in terms of the tone of it, absolutely love it. I think it's great. I can make it kind of work for when I have a tan, when I don't have a tan. It's really one of those versatile undertones for me. Just such a pretty color for my skin tone, matches really nicely. So I love the color of it. I think the packaging is absolutely stunning. It feels like a brick. It's so heavy. One of the nicest packagings that I've ever seen. And apparently for this formula, you actually don't need heavy skincare prep prior, because this has a lot of skincare ingredients, which Patrick Ta said he put into this foundation. Let me know if you want to see this one first. I do have thoughts on it though, trying to be brief. And then an abundance of requests was the new Huda Beauty foundation and primer, all that, which I wanted to pick up to share with you my thoughts, because also I've heard really good things mostly about this, but there's been a couple things saying this is very dry. And as someone who's normal leaning dry, I kind of want to give you guys my opinion, and tons of you reached out asking me my thoughts. I almost dropped them. So I am wearing one of the shades right now, which is much too warm for me, but the first one I did pick up was a perfect match. I just wanted something for when I was tan and to mix, so I got 2 shades. So we have the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Natural Airbrush Foundation. I have Baklava 340G, which is what I'm wearing right now. Much too yellow golden for me. I much prefer the neutral range in the Huda, which I should have known because last time I tried the stick in this shade, it was just a little too warm as well, but went back to there for my tan shade. And then this one is beautiful for the undertone. It's Toasted Coconut 240N. Perfect match for me. It's just a little bit light, so that's why I got this one, which is kind of too dark and golden, and them together is actually really, really nice, but you shouldn't need to mix. If you just want one of my shade recommendations, I really like this one. I really like Huda's campaign behind this, saying not to use filters and to just use really good products that will make you feel like you're wearing a filter on your face. I want filter in real life on my skin, so I really loved her messaging behind where she stopped using filters. And then I also got the LYS Beauty Triple Fix Serum Skin Tint Stick. Really excited to try this. I got MN3, which is fairly light. It's a medium, but it looks fairly light for me right now, so I'm curious to test that out. Again, I really liked my Dior stick that I recently picked up, but LYS is such a good price point. If this works out for me, I'm looking for a new stick foundation, so crossing my fingers this works out, because I really want to replace my Tom Ford one, which got discontinued. Hoping that is really good. So let me know if you've tried that. Haven't heard very much about the LYS, but I've heard a lot about the other 2. And then of course, I got the new products from Makeup by Mario, and I did a whole video ranking his products and included the new ones in that video. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely do that. I love both of these products, and I picked up the Surreal Skin Soft Setting Spray. Used it today to set my makeup. I love how fine the mist is. It actually does make my makeup wear longer, which is one of the claims, and that's what I'm looking for in a setting spray, as well as something that melts everything together. So it has all the things that I'm looking for in a setting spray. I have used ones that I feel like make my makeup look a little bit more hydrated or wear a little bit longer. So it's a good one, but it doesn't beat out my faves. You can check that out in my ranking video that I did for Makeup by Mario. And then also for his powder, this is the Surreal Skin Soft Blur Setting Powder. I'm obsessed with this powder. I'm wearing 2 Neutral Light, which I don't think is too light for me because I was going between this one and the peach one. A lot of people who were similar skin tone to me were doing peach, but I ended up going with this one and really loving it. I'm wearing it today on my skin. I know how Huda Beauty had people using the primer, their foundation, and their powder with that little combo to get filtered looking skin. This does it for me even better than the Huda Beauty powder. It isn't as drying or matte, it's smoothing, but it doesn't dry me out, and it just looks so nice on my skin. For anyone who's normal leaning dry like me and looking for a loose powder, this one has been so good. I want to say this is probably my new favorite loose setting powder. It is so beautiful on the skin. I just can't put it down. It is gorgeous. So that was a really good purchase. Tons of really good purchases in this video. I know a lot are going to be new holy grails for me. It was just really good for launches and things that I've tried. This I was kind of surprised by, actually liking this so much. And I got this in store because initially they didn't have it on Sephora Canada yet. We can get MAC at Sephora. This is the MAC Studio Radiance 24-Hour Luminous Lift Concealer. I got NC 15, which is quite light for me right now, but I have been using this. And for a luminous concealer, this is stunning. Perfect coverage, perfect sort of finish for me. And I've fallen in love with this concealer. I've been wearing this with my skin tints. I'm wearing a little bit of this today, and it's just such a good concealer. I'm so happy with this release, and I honestly thought I was gonna hate this. So I wanted to show this in an upcoming Try New Makeup as well, but I have been really enjoying it. It's definitely a new favorite concealer of mine if I want something more luminous, which typically I don't. So that's the thing. It's been working out so nicely for my under eyes, and I think I'm gonna especially love it come the winter. And then for liquid bronzer, this is a new favorite, and I fell so hard for this the moment I tried it. It's from Say, and again, this wasn't really on my radar either, and I fell in love with it. So I'm so happy I picked up some of these products I wasn't thinking to purchase. So this is the Dew Bronze Soft Focus Liquid Bronzer in Swim. It is gorgeous for a liquid bronzer. So easy to use, good pigment, perfect color for me, and I just love the formulation of this. I'm wearing this to bronze up my skin today. It is gorgeous, and I cannot wait to share this in a Try New Makeup. It has been my go-to. I love it so much. One of my favorite things that I picked up in this haul was this. You guys know how I feel about bronzer, especially finding a liquid bronzer, because I feel like I've found my holy grail powder at this point, which is the House Labs. I feel like this is going to be my new liquid cream bronzer situation. That's how much I've loved it. I was waiting for this specific color to come to Sephora Canada. For some reason, when these launched, this one wasn't available right away, and it's from Cali Ray, and they have their Blurry Blush. This is a skin-loving, soft focus cream blush, and I got the shade Dope. I'm wearing it on my cheeks today, and this truly is a blurring blush. I had no idea what to expect from a cream formulation like this. I'm like, no. It can't be cream and blur the skin like it does. It is incredible. It actually blurs the skin. Blurry Blush is the perfect name for this, and I love this color. I love the packaging of it. It's my aesthetic to a T. It's so beautiful. Everything about this, I wouldn't change a single thing about this, except I want more colors because I found it hard to pick out a color. This was the one that I initially went with, but I would love to see some deeper shades as well in their line, but the formula I genuinely cannot get enough of. I was talking to Steph, telling her how much I like this blush, and she told me to try the Armani ones, which I haven't, but right now, this is my #1 blush. I'm loving the formula so much. And then something that didn't work out for me, which people are raving about, and I was shocked. This is from Tower 28, and it's their Get Set Blur and Set Press Powder. I got the shade Palisades Pink, And when I first opened this, I was a little suspicious because I still have the picture I took. My formula looked off. Like it had all these bumps in it and you can still kind of see it. It just doesn't look right. And when I swiped it and tried it underneath my eyes, it looked so dry. And people who've been trying this out, they've been comparing it next to Charlotte Tilbury and it looks incredible on them. So I think it might just be the one that I got, but I feel it's so dry. I know this happened to a few people, so let me know if this did and your thoughts. If you really like this powder, I was hoping to because of how people were hyping it up. But every time I try it, it just looks dry on me. I just can't get it to work for my under eyes, unfortunately. It's just too dry. And then in store, I wanted to swatch this and see how cool tone it was because they did have the tan shade, which was number 2, and it looked more like a bronzer. And then they had number 3, which is medium, and this looked more contour. And this is from Dior. It's their Sculpting Face Stick. It says it's a 24-hour wear and hydration. I really love the undertone of this. When I saw someone else apply it, it is more on the cool side, which I personally want from a contour. I didn't want to go with number 2, which looked really warm to me. So I picked this up and I have used it a couple times, really enjoyed it. It has really good pigment and wear, as it suggests. Doesn't smell as much as my stick foundation from Dior, but I still get that awful floral smell in this, which I just don't care for from Dior products. Please leave that fragrance out. And then I already showed this in a Try New Makeup, I think, and this is my new nighttime lip treatment. It is fantastic. I didn't use it last night and I am regretting that decision. It is the Laneige Bouncy and Firm Lip Treatment. It says it plumps, nourishes, and smooths the lips. You can actually see it and how it does it to my lips in my Try New Makeup prior to even going in with my lip color. I'll apply this right before I start my makeup routine. When I finish my routine, I do my lips, wipe it off. My lips are hydrated and plump, so they're not as dry. It really works for my lips. It just eats this up. It's such a beautiful formulation. The packaging is cute too. You have a little spatula you can take out and use if you want to use some of the product. It's just been really nourishing for my lips. I like this even more than their other lip treatments they have. This is definitely my favorite thing from Laneige that I've personally tried, and I can see this being my number 1 lip treatment for at night moving forward. I honestly don't feel like I even need to keep searching, which has happened with a bunch of things. Like powder bronzer, I don't need to search anymore. This lip treatment, I feel like I don't need to search. I'm like finding so many true holy grail products. Then I picked this up after seeing a girl on TikTok wear this. She has like a bluey green eye. I thought this would look really pretty with my eye color. It's from Hourglass and it's one of their waterproof gel eyeliners, and it's in the shade Chestnut, which has this really beautiful reddish maroon undertone to it. So I have that to line my eyes today, just a little bit on my lash line. Then I just load up on my mascara, and that's my everyday eye look right now. So I will show you the pencil here and swatch the color. But I love this because you don't have to sharpen it. You can just twist it up. It's so nice when you don't have to actually sharpen the product, and has a good wear too. I've worn this in my waterline as well. Stunning in the waterline. Wears nicely on my upper lash line smudged out, and just really like it. Such a good color if you have bluey green eyes or green eyes like me. It's just really pretty. And then of course I got the new Huda Beauty Easy Blur Silicone Free Smoothing Primer. You know how much I love that Blur Jam, and this reminded me of it, which I can say that it's pretty close to it, but I think they just thinned out the consistency so that it could be in a squeezy tube like this as opposed to that pot that I used to use. So that was my number 1 primer that I had for smoothing my skin, and this one I only feel like they thinned it out a bit. That's the only thing that I personally noticed, but does the same thing for smoothing my skin. So if you're familiar with that Blur Jam, I feel like this is it, just a little bit thinner. And then I wanted to try out the newly reformulated Sephora Collection cream lip stains, and I'm wearing one right now. It is the shade 124. I don't know the name of it, but it has 124 on the bottom. It's this beautiful pink color, and I saw some people do lip swatches of these new cream lip stains from Sephora, and this one just stood out to me on everyone who wore it, which I don't typically wear such a bright pink, I guess, but I've been loving it. Super random for me to be bringing this color into fall with me, but I'm loving the bright pink lip. I feel like it looks more mauve and a little bit different in the tube, but it shows up pretty bright on my lips. And then when I was in store, this was out of stock online at the time. It's from Briogeo, and this is the Style and Treat Yuzu and Plum Oil Full Miracle Styling Foam. I saw someone use this prior to curling their hair, and it gave them so much volume. It looked incredible. I cannot wait to test this out. I haven't tried it yet. My hair is like 4th day dirty right now, so tomorrow I'm going to be testing that out. I couldn't remember if I hauled this yet, but I have used it in a Try New Makeup. It's such a good mattifying setting powder. It's from Sephora Collection too. This one's really good at smoothing the skin, and for the price point, I've just been really enjoying it. It's really, really creamy, like so creamy. A really beautiful finishing powder if you're looking for one that's more affordable. Come the Sephora sale, I have so many Sephora Collection recommendations for you guys to save 30% on, so maybe save purchasing all those products for the sale, because I know that's when I'll be stocking up. And then in store, I also got this from Fenty Beauty. This is one of their powder blushes. Saw someone use this and I loved the color of it, so I went ahead and purchased it. It is really pigmented though, and I much prefer something that is buildable. This is just full on pigment. So this is the new blush from Fenty. Got the shade Lollipoppy. It is very vibrant. So my cheeks, I have to just go so lightly with this, and you get a ton of pigment. This would last me my lifetime with how pigmented this is, which not my personal favorite formula, so just wanted to let you guys know that. I love the color though. It's hard for me to use a blush that's so pigmented. And then also from Fenty, I love this. I saw Glamzilla use this color and she said she went through a bunch. These are the Gloss Bomb Sticks, the High Shine Gloss Sticks. And I got the shade Tulip Kiss. It's so beautiful if you're looking for a creamy lipstick that's super high shine. These are gorgeous. I like this formula better than the Makeup by Mario serum lip colors that he has. It has that same sort of super creamy high shine finish. It reminds me a lot of that, but it's a little bit stiffer, so it doesn't melt and smush on your lips. It's just my preferred kind of formula like this. I think Fenty did it really, really well. And then I did pick up some repurchases. While I was in Sephora, I was able to swatch a bunch of the Hourglass concealers, and I typically use Sepia, which is good for when I have a tan, but I wanted something lighter for the winter, and this is my favorite full coverage concealer. It's from Hourglass. It's the Vanish Airbrush Concealer, and I got the shade Oat. It is perfect for when I am not tan and I'm more of a light medium skin tone. So this is a nice light brightening shade for me when I'm more fair. And I just really love this concealer because of how full coverage it is. So when I just need a dot more to just smooth out the area, really brighten me up, and to cover anything I need to cover, I reach for my Hourglass. And then also, of course, my Charlotte Tilbury powder, which I always have to have this on hand. It is my favorite pressed powder. There are some new ones on the market that I've been really enjoying for pressed powder. I will always repurchase this. I got a refill for my shade Fair, which is what I always use underneath my eyes. I go through Charlotte Tilbury powder quite quickly because I always use it for everything. Charlotte is just a go-to for underneath the eyes or to set the face. So if I'm in a pinch and just need to quickly set everything, I'm always reaching for my Charlotte powder. And then lastly, I did get some samples. Didn't get as many as previous videos because I actually went into store, which is nice for once, but I picked up the Merit Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. I've seen some really good things about this as a prep for the skin, and I really wanted to try this out. I've been trying a bunch of Merit products lately, but I haven't tried this, so it was nice to see they had a sample of that prior to committing. And then I got this in a mini, but I also have the full size. Now it's from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the new Exaggerize Volume Mascara. Everyone I've seen use this. It looks incredible, but currently I'm loving my Clio Kill Lash, which I'm wearing right now. So I'm hoping to get lashes like this when I use it. So I'll 100% be using that mascara in my next Trying New Makeup, but I have so much stuff here that I do not know where to start. So let me know if you want Patrick Ta first, or if I should show you Huda Beauty if you want to see that, or dedicated for Huda, dedicated for Patrick. Let me know. I'm open to any of your suggestions for what you want to see in my next videos. And this is everything that I picked up since my last Sephora haul. It was a huge haul. I did get a bunch of those $100 gift cards finally, so that's why I have so much stuff, because I was using my points. That's the only place I use my points on, is those $100 gift cards. So if you're ever looking to get them and cash in your points, I believe it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Eastern time, but you have to wait a few minutes after noon, and that's when they come in, because I was always waiting at noon. I'm like, they're not here, but you have to give it a few minutes for them to actually refresh and come onto the rewards page to actually get those $100 gift cards. So if you're looking to cash points, do that. That's how I spend my points, is only on those now. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video, for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this haul, and let me know what you want to see in my next Try New Makeup, as well if there's anything else on the market you want to see a review from me. I will love to pick it up for you and let you know my thoughts on them. Hope you all are having an amazing day wherever you are. Thank you again for watching. If you have not already, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.